I'm live. I know I'm live. Wonder how I know I'm live? It's because my cat is meowing every time I go live here recently. They have the fish. They have the things. So, I bought The Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. Hey, welcome. Give me a second. I need to be able to see your comments. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. There we go. All right, and I also bought Tarot of Sexual Magic. So this is for 18 and over only. There you go. Hey, welcome. And I have Rodrigo here. Mm-hmm. He likes to do this. He likes to, every time I am ready to go live, even though he has the fish, he has the water, he has treats. My kiddo just gave him treats like a little while ago. And then he's like, but you're on camera and I need you to do me this, 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 and this. It's a cat thing. It's a feline thing. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I need a smudge. I need to smudge. I need to go get some more charcoal tabs. So I've gone over these cards just a little bit today. I'm not a pro as of yet with them, but that, it's going to take time. Once I get to, working with them. I also offer herbals. Like if you can't get a hold of any herbals, like if you don't have a metaphysical shop near you, you can message me and tell me what herbs you're looking for, and I can try and find them for you. The place that I go to has really great prices, and they they sell in bulk. Like, oh, well, it went out. But they have really, really great prices, and they also have charcoal tabs that are apple wood instead of like coal. And I can get all the different kinds of herbs down there. I'm putting some sage on. Lord Jesus, help me with this cat, please. Oh. I didn't make this. I got this from Sage Goddess. It's her Queen Bee. Her Queen Bee perfume. Where I go. It smells luscious and like yeah. Smells like roses and honey. Smells delicious. Okay, so some clearing spray for you, for my cards, for my area. Not on my kitty. I'm gonna bust out the wormwood. Do need to bring the smudge to the camera though, so that you can actually, you know, do the thing as well. I did purchase singing bowls, so I will be offering sound healing on this channel when those arrive. That was fun today. Let's go ahead and put whatever you need to into the smoke. I love him. I love him so much. Like, you wanna come up here? You can come up here. Come on. Why you do this every time I go on camera is beyond me. Oh, and then he's off. I want some guaiac wood. I need to heat it up because it's solid. Yeah, is it that bad? Again, at my ankles for where I go. Okay. I'm going to put on the wormwood. I'm also going to put on some vervain. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm also going to put in some Angelica because it calls in the energy of the angels. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. Oh. I was as graceful as I could possibly make it, man. Use one heavy kitty cat. Oh, there's two. You all right? Okay. I did tag this that this video is not made for kids, not made for children. Oh, stop. Make a circle. So when I call in a circle, when I make a circle, I am making a circle of divine white light and telling all negative energies that it needs to stay out. So hi, buddy. I lost my biscuits and gravy with him a few minutes ago. You okay? Yeah. Okay, so I call on the guardians of the 4 sacred directions, 4 sacred gateways, east, south, west, and north. I call on the guardians of the upper, middle, and lower realms. What's the matter? Call in my spirit guides. I invite you to call in your spirit guides. Call your energy into present moment. I will call Bast. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You can call Jesus in too. Okay. Honor the masculine. Oh. You know, you really can't. Feminine, masculine. They're a little bit too big to do that with, so I have to do it like this. Woo! And they are a little bit slippery. Are you slipping? Here, I'll put my feet up. There we go. Now he feels better. I kind of like this lighting better than the overhead light. I'm still able to see. I hope you're still able to see. I know you're still able to see because I can see. But I actually have not had her working for several years now. And I was the one who broke her because I was curious and, you know. I looked at her motor. But you know what? I got the color changing base and I put her on top of that. Because I kind of feel like you can't really see Rodrigo with the color changing base. The colors just, they overpower him. In person, it's just gorgeous, but on camera, it's okay. Those are like 3 or 4 cards. Okay, and those 2. I will be reading from the book. Lumeria returns, earthly spiritual community, ocean conservation. I was Lumerian and Atlantean in a past life, and yeah, I'm an Arcturian starseed. I knew he came up for a reason. But get there in a minute. The crane bag, sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, choice. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Soul cage. I saw this in pre-shuffle as I was like splitting the deck. Rescue, escape from captivity, and resurrection. Honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. I'm seeing a shift in the masculine, and I love it. I really, really do. It's beautiful. I'm seeing more and more masculine embracing their masculine and their feminine. Like I see it around me in my daily life, which is beautiful. The feminine is in here. No, but Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, and success. I love this picture. I love it. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Okay. So 29. Do you know of this place? A place where the mother of all was loved and revered, where you were at one with the land, sea, and the sky. This place was and is Lumeria, and you are connecting with her energy now. Lumeria was and is a tropical paradise that was home to millions of beings who grew and developed out of this planet's earths and oceans, evolving from sea beings into beings of land, sea, and sky. Many of them today still able to genetically tap in to those ancient memories. Places where Lumeria remnants exist today are many. They are particularly dotted throughout the vast ocean known as the Pacific, which translates to peaceful. Throughout much of Malaysia, Micronesia, and Micronesia, we can find these energies in pockets that are so strong they are almost like stepping into another world. The energy varies from island to island, from the bare masculine energy of New Zealand to the feminine lush energies of Phi Phi in Thailand. Lemurians were and still are peaceful tribal people who are advocates of mutual responsibility and caring. Their nature was and is social, not in the sense of wanting to be around people all the time, but in terms of community. Lemurian communities were organically developed so that each person had others they could rely on and be helped by. As everything was exchanged by barter and as each person had something to offer, Lemurians thrived and lived on an earth that was peaceful and bountiful. Vegetables and fish were the predominant diets, and many Lemurians were purely vegetarian. Their DNA strands were fully activated. They could shapeshift and see far into time. And I'm struggling a little bit. I'm good. Lemurians were balanced beings, in-betweeners, if you like. They were not competitive, nor were they interested in definitions of difference. They nonetheless delighted in diversity. This is the energy influencing you right now. I don't like competitions. I really don't. I don't think that they help anybody. It's kind of like, to me, it's archaic. If it's done in fun, it's different. But to see who the best is, it doesn't appeal to me. Divination, a time of sharing responsibilities and pleasures, meaningful gathering with codes and ethics, enjoying a time of great... Hang on, I lost it. I found it. Enjoying a time of great good health and of close and nurturing friendships that respect individual boundaries and choices. Life for a time becomes very simple. Seasonal eating, building non-permanent homes, living outdoors for as much time as possible, an ability to work with some becoming wired as we are off or becoming burnt or dehydrated as we can be by sunlight. We still need both. Feeling less and less connected to the mainstream and more connected to the ocean and the earth. This is not a cliche of being a hippie. This feels now like a valid choice and way forward in a world that worships such false idols as money, celebrity, and fame for its own sake. That's a beautiful card. Ooh, Yamaya. Sorry, we're learning about her this year. The mermaids sing. The korbolg, the crane bag, is a sacred oceanic medicine bag that holds and protects items that have been bonded with their own energy, that symbolize your very essence and from which energy can be redrawn or deposited when needed. Now, with this card, we mermaids wish to tell you of its origin. The first sacred pouch came from the sea and was made of the sea god Manannan Mac Lir. Very Gaelic, maybe Gaelic. Celtic? From a beautiful crane who had once been a human woman he loved, Eofi. Within the first crane bag, Manannan kept safe great treasures, and from this bag many blessings poured forth. To this day, the crane bag continues to offer the healing gifts of art, music, solace, and love to us. Symbolically, it is a bag that contains the needs of the soul, and it was fashioned out of lasting love. It may have a keeper, yet it belongs to no one. And we sing to you of this bag now, as your soul is not being reflected in the things you have in your strange bags. We wish you to examine this and consider what you keep. What is a treasure to you and how long it ought to stay with you? I actually am still in the middle of purging. I have to take it slow. I have to break it up. I have to do it room by room. There was a time where I could purge in like a day and then I would just be exhausted. I can't do that to myself anymore. I have like spread it out. I have a lot of things that I have to purge. I may actually put some stuff up for sale because, you know, at an affordable price. I have a full-on black candelabra that I don't use. I bought it because it was pretty. I don't use it. I'd love to use it. I mean, yeah, I can get the taper candles for it. Anyway. It's like that, it's like the, oh my God, I don't even know. I know the name of it, but I'm drawing a blank. It's the things that bring you joy and letting go of the things that don't bring you joy. Each crane bag has its own unique personality, energy, and relationship to its keeper. They hold everything and nothing. Inspiration, knowledge, and wisdom. They come to us and leave us and are refound again. In the legends, they pass through the hands of many gods. This tradition extends way beyond the shores of the sea, kingdoms of Britain. Think of the medicine bags and sacred pouches of the Mayan and Incan people, the deerskin pouches of the Lakota. Even the super expensive handbags of the fashion conscious are, in a sense, their medicine bags, their crane bags, holding portions of their soul and what they believe their soul to be. Crane bags hold a great meaning and energetic power. It may be time to begin to look out for the sacred ingredients, which will make your crane bag sing its magic. Time to go through wardrobes, bags, cupboards, and all those places where you hold objects that may or not be empowering or even disempowering. It is time to clear and consider what it is that is aligned with who you are at a soul level. And what is it that is actually truly representative of you? Some objects may need to go or be redistributed or recycled. Thank you. Everything has beauty and purpose, but some may no longer be in energetic alignment. A good match for you and your beautiful soul. You may also feel that some other symbols and items may need to be brought in. Begin to see the world as a living crane bag, the people and the creatures and the objects and even your car and home and yes, your bag, all hold energy and power. From your pockets to your purse, go through everything. Now know what you are holding energetically, then shift it, realign it, and feel the sense that comes with this action. So, like spring cleaning. I don't just do spring cleaning. I'll go through every season or so and I'll just sit there and I'll purge. I'll take out recycle. I'll go through things and it's like I've hit an energetic, I don't know. It's like I've hit an energetic like button or something like that. And I just suddenly, all of a sudden have all of this energy and I'm able to clean and I'm able to purge and get rid of stuff. And I go through stuff and I'll be, I'll ask friends, like my daughter, I'm like, hey, do you need stuff that I might have? Or I'll ask my friend, hey, do you need stuff that I might have? It's, I have makeup that I need to like donate. I want to clean it with rubbing alcohol, the ones that I can. I have a lot of makeup in there that I don't use. Okay. Soul cage. There we go. In the Legends of the Marrows, we mermaids of Ireland, wild and lovely west coast, there is a dark underside, the soul cages. These are underwater prisons where men are held between the worlds, prisoners of the jealous marrow men. Under the caves, the marrow men entrap the princes of earth in cages of kelp and coral, the soul cages of legend, in which the prince lies suspended between life and death. But for every man kidnapped and thrown into the soul cage, there is a marrow maid who will free him from his and hang on, give me a second. Antediluvian dungeon, swim him to the surface and start his heart once more with kisses that are part song, part spell. That's really beautiful. Very Little Mermaid. When the breath of marrow and men unites, the prince returns, alive once again, forever changed. The soul cage card comes to you when you are living a half-life, or when someone you know is doing so. The soul cage is the one that keeps you from extending your reach, keeps you in a comfort zone that may seem to reduce potential dangers and harms to you, but at the end means you have lived either fully awake or not fully asleep. You have chosen suspension and compromise, and the marrows are here with this card to awaken you to the prison and to ask you if you are ready to swim free and be reunited with your passions and your purpose. There will be dangers and adventures and moments that hurt, but free of the soul cage, there will be bliss, exploration, discovery, and laughter. Divination. Feeling trapped, restricted, squeezed, or limited within the confines of a soul cage. The soul cage is every compromise you've ever made, then that cut a little of your soul off. Every time you lied to keep the peace. Oh my G. It is a job you took because you thought you could never make a living doing what you love. It is every piece of unnecessary insurance we were sold, every time we were told to live in fear, every time we were encouraged by our culture to live as though we were in great danger. This card in the marrows now ask you, do you wish to free yourself from the soul cage? It need not be done all at once, for there are many bars and many chains and many locks. But little by little, they will help you to rediscover the joys of living according to the stories the soul wants you to tell, and you will be free. That's a beautiful card. And that would be my cat doing the chimes. Number 10. I love this deck. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. For many of the men in this world, there is a sense of confusion, shame, and uncertainty about who they are meant to be. If they are masculine, powerful, dominant, assertive, they run the risk of being seen and experienced as controlling and cruel. Many men feel that their sense of vulnerability and their emotional self has to be buried with an active self, a self who fixes, who knows what to do, who satisfies, and and who makes sure all is well. The idea, yes. Can it wait? The idea of masculinity has been corrupted and overtaken culturally, just as the concept of femininity has been hurt too. And we have many wounded heroes, wounded goddesses, wounded gods in our world. This does none of us, male, female, heterosexual, every sexual, homosexual, any good at all. It is necessary for us all to reclaim the sacred aspects of masculinity, to recreate and encourage a healthy masculinity that is unique and encouraging, supported and listened to. We have so many stereotypes about how a man must behave. And men are suffering, perhaps in some ways even more so than women, as they have been so disconnected from their true selves. It's the system. that we've all sort of been entrained to, that's dying and that's being reborn into something more beautiful. When this card comes to speak to you, if you are a man, it is time to understand, embrace, and truly honor the expansion of your masculinity. Think back to your childhood and youth before you were told who you were, what it is to be a man by your culture and by your family and through your schooling and relationships. Who are you? Consider the possibility that your own masculinity has been constructed to protect you. Perhaps some aspects of what you have been taught have created sadness, shame, and may even have ensured you missed out on a full and authentic experience as a man so far. Men are sensitive, men are sacred, men are gods, and the powerful insight of the merfolk can show you how to go deeply into the way. I did it. Your gender has shaped your destiny this lifetime. The merfolk encourage you to reshape it into a form that expresses who you truly are, not who you were taught to be. I think that goes for us females too. I didn't grow up with my brother. I did not grow up with my brother. But I have a teenage son. I grew up with sisters and up until the age of 10 or 11, actually 11. And then it was just me. Hang on a second. I have missed you. My God, I have missed you. I think this is way better than setting him on that base. It just kind of mutes him, and it's not fair. So I'll do this. And that whole structure of this is how a man should act, and this is how a man should behave, and if you don't do this, then you're not a man. And it's like, it's that way for us women too. Sit up straight, cross your legs. Put the napkin on top of your lap so you don't spill anything on your dress. You need to be prim and proper and pretty and crisp. What would society think if they saw you at your raw feminine beauty? What would society think? Oh, the gossip. Oh, the scandal. Men and women have been repressed for ages. And it's like it's coming to a head, and it's stopping. I think we're tired of the bullshit. Both men and women. I think men are finding out that it's okay to be fully in your masculine and fully in your feminine, and to incorporate both and to embody both in a balanced way. It's okay. There's nothing to fear. I did something funny today. When I was a kid, I was eating with my mom out in public, and I was eating something, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was like an orange or something, but the juice fell down my arm, and I just licked myself, and boy, did I get in trouble for that. Like, trouble that should not have even freaking happened. because she was chastised as a child. So I chose to be here to be one of my siblings, one of the children in my line on my mom's side and on my dad's side as well, to break the cycle. And so I had something running down my arm, and I went, ugh, licked it because I was like, it's so defiant and rebellious. Like, do you know how ridiculous it was to get punished? And I don't mean like standing in the corner. That's not how she rolled. I was spanked. Oops. I was spanked, and then I was sent to my room, and I had to sit on the edge of my bed for hours at a time. I don't do that with my kid. I have him stand in the corner. He's like 17 years old now, but now I don't have him stand in the corner for like 17 minutes. That's a bit much. So I just enough time to, for him to be able to think about what he did. And then I ask him, why did you go to the corner? And then he'll tell me, and I'm like, okay, are you going to do it again? And sometimes he'll say, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I appreciate your honesty, but that's not the way we do things here. If you do it again, you're just going to go back in the corner. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay. Well, if you do it again, you're going to go back in the corner. It has to be really, really serious and severe for him to be able to go in the corner. Most times I let him be himself. Snack accidents, they happen. God, he had a snack accident. He ate all of the cereal the other day. I didn't have any of it. I just bought it. He just full box of cereal in one day. I didn't even have it a chance. And I'm like, was it that good? At first I was angry. Because I'm like, I just bought that, dude. I wanted cereal. Instead, I took him out to IHOP and he had chocolate pancakes. And then what he did, which, I don't even care. I just sit there and I'm like, as long as you're enjoying it, dude, I don't care. People can say whatever they want. People can think whatever they want. I don't give a shit. But he takes his chocolate pancake and he eats it like a taco. He eats it like a fucking taco. And I don't give a shit as long as it's good. And he even tried to bite of mine. And I was like, was it spicy? He's like, no, I like it. I'm like, sweet. Okay, cool. But letting him be a kid, letting him, be who he truly is. Like, it's not my job to tell him who he is. Just like it wasn't my parents' job. Shifting that right now. Hang on. There we go. Just like it wasn't my parents' job to tell me who I am or who I was as a child. It wasn't their job. So that's how you break generational patterns, is you recognize it and then you just you take your power back. And then you forgive in the same breath. And it's like forgiving all the people that did that before. But I think that's a beautiful card. He's like emerging. He's breaking from the chain. He's breaking from the societal standards, unrealistic standards and unrealistic expectations of how a man should act, should be, should look. Should be successful, should create things. The shoulda, woulda, couldas are ending. I love that. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. Atlantis. Can it wait? Is it really that kitty cat important? Is it really that kitty cat important? Is it? Is it really that kitty cat important? Excuse me. Atlantis. Go. We are at a golden moment in time. Yeah, we are. So much is changing so quickly. Humans are awakening, the planet at the point of having a time that is at once peaceful and exciting, dynamic and comforting. It can be a time of greatness in your life, but you will need courage, and the desire for power over must be shifted to the power to. The more you know you are connected to the divine, that you are, the more you know you are connected to the divine, that you are the divine itself, the more you will behave in ways. When you lose that connection and that belief, when you view yourselves as merely impermanent, meaningless players on a stage, temporary witnesses, that the golden time can vanish. Keep the vision alive. It is time to strike that balance between selflessness and the actual self who is operating out of love, not hubris. A feeling of connection to crystals, to sea creatures, to being able to heal and work with people telepathically, an urgent desire to do something more meaningful with your life, past life memories as an Atlantean or even a dolphin, dugong or other sea creature surfacing. Really? Learning to swim, dive, mermaid, scuba dive, and a desire to be beneath the waves. Oh my God, I just want to scuba dive. I do. I want to scuba dive, and I want to take a camera and just go and swim with sea turtles and dolphins and go look at jellyfish. I do. Connection to ancient sacred sites, feelings of bliss, connection and higher powers and abilities returning to you. A sense of being at one with angels, animals, wizards, and all. A wonderful variety of beings in your life who have so much in common with you. Your tribe is basically going to be showing up. Greater powers of communication, less fear, and feeling you have great abilities and fearlessly exploring them, perhaps for the first time this lifetime. Not being so concerned with making a mistake. God, yes. A sharpening of abilities, an appreciation of science, the desire to experiment and develop abilities, the astonishment of seeing how quickly you can advance. Flow, high vibration, sophistication, logic, and brilliance are heightened. If you're interested in past lives, the one stone that I know that helps with past life, to meditate with past, to meditate whenever you're doing past life recall, is selenite. It's gypsum. I have a selenite palm stone that I meditated with some time ago, and yeah. And when you meditate with stones, especially if you have the intention to connect with the stone and that you ask the stone, you can talk to the stone. Stone has spirit. Every stone has its own spirit in there. When you talk to it, you can connect, whenever you connect to it, to, talk to it and say, I want to know what messages you have for me. Set an intention. The new stone that I bought today, Hematoid quartz. And it's a wishing stone. A wishing stone is a stone that has a line all the way through. And then this one has two. And I actually kind of like the fact that the light is there. Do you see the line right there? It goes all the way around. Hematoid quartz. It's quartz and hematite. And then this one was given to me. This is peach quartz. And then I have another peach quartz that has a grizzly bear. And so it's bear medicine that I put in my other pocket. I have been asked if this was ice. This is actually rose quartz. That is rose quartz in my water. I've been asked, what does it do? It infuses your water with the energy of rose quartz. I also have one that is golden sheen obsidian, which do you see the stone right here? That's golden sheen obsidian. I love me my golden sheen obsidian. Actually, look, Mother Mary's there. Oh, and Jesus. Oh, I'm so glad I looked. So glad I looked. Okay. Do a little dance. I don't own the rights to that song. Okay. Oh, I do want to go back. There's a couple of different stones that help you to integrate your shadow self with your light self. We all have both light and shadow within us. And so we're in the age where we're no longer suppressing our shadow. We are accepting our shadow and we're integrating it with our light. There's a couple of different stones that help you with that. Golden sheen obsidian helps you with that. Hematoid quartz helps you with that. This also helps you with aligning with your divine purpose. Look at that. Look at the prism right there. There we go. Oh, that's better. I also bought these today. I bought 4 of these. These are double terminated quartz. These are great for grids. Oh my goodness, the wind is howling. There's a couple of these that have portals. That one's a little bit of a portal. There we go. You see the hole? That's a portal. If you find a gemstone that has one of these, oh, look at these. Look at that. I know it's there. There we go. You see that? There's a portal in there. So when you meditate with it, you can actually go in the portal and get the messages from the quartz. Quartz is high vibrational. This one stood. I couldn't ignore it. I was just like, what? So they're double term, which means that they're pointed at both ends and they're done. That's natural. They're not filed like that. They're not carved like that. They're done. That's natural, a natural double term. Okay. All right, number 11. This one is just like, which sacrifice do you want to make? The one that is good for you, the worth taking, or the ones that are going to destroy you? I'd rather take the one that feels good. It's worth taking. We know that in the world of the air, there is often a need to choose between what is wanted now and what is best to wait for. God, is this screaming at me? And in your language, this sometimes means sacrifice. We have heard of the stories you have told each other, and the deities of the land and the sky have done this. In the ocean, there have been great sacrifices too. The whales sometimes have beached themselves to feed their communities of people, your ancestors. They are more evolved, and they know that at times. The individual lifetime is not as sacred as the soul's evolution. In your world, there is the tale of the great deity of masculine power, Odin, the father god of your Nordic peoples, and how he drank from a pool of wisdom, water, it is divine, the wisdom bringer. And they hung, the wisdom bringer. And they hung on the ash tree, Yggdrasil, for 9 nights, returning to the world without one eye. Oh, then hung, but with knowledge. We have heard from the Vikings that he did not regret the sacrifice, that he knew that to gain the knowledge, something had to be given up. You have heard of the goddess of the people from the far north of the Americas, as you call them the Inuits, and their goddess, Sedna, whose father cut her fingers from her hands to stop her clinging to the side of his boat. Some say this was a sacrifice, but that was not her choice. And so we wonder why you sometimes let people steal from you and claim it to be a sacrifice. In your tale about us, The Little Mermaid, it is said she chooses to give up her voice and her ability to swim, and even walks with great pain just to have the love of a human man. This is a sacrifice, but she gave up what was sacrificed, herself, and in the end is neither mermaid or woman, not loved or with kin. She is alone as sea foam. So when you choose to sacrifice something, ask yourself, what is it for? Is it sacred? Do you want someone to do something in return? Or is it because there is an outcome that is better, truly better, than the perceived loss? Be wise with your sacrifices. Make them and choose. Else it is nothing but manipulation and robbery. Holy-ish. You may be contemplating doing something that is a hardship or giving up something that is precious to you in order to demonstrate how important a third option is to you. Remember to make the choice to sacrifice, and that by doing so, you have made what has been offered up holy and made more sacred the goal you are requesting for. Make your sacrifices wise ones and be sure to decide whether the sacrifice is the best path. Sometimes people make what they think are sacrifices because they feel others will view them in a certain way. I've been guilty of that. And by doing so, they can become martyrs and wish only to be viewed as good. Remove this from your thinking. See whether you truly wish one thing or another. And then when you make the choice and it is freely given, when you have truly made something sacred, the whole process has become divine in its nature, and the reward is in the space and clearing you have created, into which the great good can be poured. You will be blessed, for you have blessed the world with your offering. See whether you truly wish one thing or another. And when you make the choice and it is freely given, then you have truly made something sacred. The whole process has become divine in its nature, and the reward is in the space and clearing you have created, into which the great good can be poured. You will be blessed, for you have blessed the world with your offering. Holy, holy, holy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I do. I still have some sage, or I still have some fire on here. That's one I gotta like ruminate on. I know I've been guilty of it. Like, well, I want them to see me as being, I'm sacrificing this because I want to make, I've been guilty of it. And then I recognized it and I'm like, that's some bullshit. Where did I get that from? Okay, taking my power back. Doesn't help me, doesn't serve me. These ones are, I wouldn't say naughty. It's sexual magic tarot, so it's all in the name, so. I've seen these from, like other readers have used them, and so I'm like, oh my God, I have to have them. I have to have them. Did you not love the halftime show? I didn't watch the game. I wasn't even, I don't have like live television to where I can watch that. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. The stone that helps you to develop your gifts. One of the stones. There's many of them. And I'm a little bit tingled. And I'm still good. The one of the stones that helps you with your, with your gifts is Tiffany stone, or Super 7 as they call it. I told you I had a bit of a situation here, but I don't want to take them off because I'm like, I have a thing going. That's Tiffany stone. I wire wrapped it myself. I did the best I could. I'm still learning. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. It also helps with your connection to source. Keeps you connected to source. I discovered, I think it was last year or the year before, maybe it was the year, maybe it was 2017. I think it was 2017, that I can scry with water. It shocked me a bit. I was like, oh, we're doing that now? Okay. Yes, I'm wearing Kermie because I love Kermie. I also have Animal. They used to be my son's because I bought them for him and then he outgrew them. And then I'm like, I don't want to give those up. I want to wear them myself. So I have a couple of the shirts that he outgrew. I have one shirt that is the periodic table of Mario. And I don't care. Oh my God. I wore my Animal t-shirt one time in public. It was the funniest fucking thing. And I'm just sitting there in line waiting to be, at the grocery store, waiting to get rung up. And this woman looks at me like, and I'm just like, because I didn't care. I'm like, the look on your face is not going to keep me from wearing this shirt. The look on your face, the way that you're treating me is not going to keep me from wearing this shirt ever. Oh, there are no reversals in this deck, by the by. But they are saucy and they are sassy and sexy. And if there are little ones in the room, maybe not have them there or maybe go to another room. I will be referring to the book with these since they are, I just got them. I ordered them yesterday and they were delivered today. So I did do a couple of spreads. I didn't even do a couple of spreads. I pulled a couple of cards for myself because that's what I like to do is pull a couple of cards for myself to be able to okay, what you got, what you working, what's the energy? I can't put these down though, and I'm not even sorry. Okay. So what messages? What love messages do you have for us today? This is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to be going live after this reading again, but I'm going to be stone carving. Ooh. That one flipped out. What other messages do you? That one wants to flop out. So does that one. Okay. That one wants to flop out. No, that's too much. For those who are meant to hear it. Okay. Woo! Okay. Okay. Ace of Wands. There is nudity on this, so if that offends you, go ahead and click off. I ain't going to be offended. The Hanged Man. These are like sexual, just like, and my stomach is just like, I had miso today. I pampered myself. Three of Wands. These are different than the traditional Rider-Waite. But like I said, I'm going to be going through the book. And they're really short descriptions. They're not like the Mermaid Tarot. Or the Mermaid Oracle, I should say. So, King of Chalices. And then you can decipher. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Four of Swords. Eight of Swords. Like the Devil card is not even about the devil. It's not about addictions. I like that much better. Two of Pentacles. I love her dress. I'm going to say it's the magic of the plant. I love that dress. And then Six of Swords. Okay. Let's get into it. Ace of Wands. Union, I believe, is this one? Is this one? Union. The magic of the rose and the violin. I read through it, and so it's like I memorized what I could. You cannot give up on transforming the world around you and making it more similar to your ideas. After all, the world is the home of our love. You cannot give up on transforming the world around you and making it more similar to your ideas. After all, the world is the home of our love. The Hanged Man. Yeah. Sacrifice. Just ended with a sacrifice. Sacrifice. Bonding, a strong bond, even if platonic, magic action against impediments and impotence. Sacrifice, bonding. As in like a bond with someone, like you're bonding with someone. A strong bond, even if platonic, magic action against impediments and impotence. Three of Wands. Kissing. The magic of the ribbon tied around your leg. The force of desiring and craving for nostalgia help to rediscover a feeling you thought you had lost. King of Chalices. There we go. Satisfaction. The magic of a spiced tea. A transparent and harmonious relationship must be fueled by surprises, awe, and constant bantering. Four of Swords. Masturbating. The magic of black pepper. Excitement allows you to overcome a lack of affection. However, if this should continue, you will have to seek forgiveness and not punish yourself excessively for your errors. Yeah, don't punish yourself for your errors. You're learning. And it's okay to masturbate because that's healthy. Eight of Swords. Scratching. The magic of the green cloth. Green frees sensuality and allows the body to guide the spirit before the mind can guide the body. You cannot teach the flesh if it is not willing to learn from you. Six of Swords. Yep. Rolling about. The magic of verbena in the brook. Searching for new horizons involves a couple as it involves a single person. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. And then the last card, Two of Pentacles. There's the Pentacles. Embarrassment. The magic of the verbena. Embarrassment, uncertainty, unease, and the fear of getting involved must be overcome. When you feel embarrassed, in those moments of embarrassment, send love to yourself. I discovered that as a new hack today, to stop feeling so embarrassed about things that happened so long ago that were like, yeah, they were embarrassing, but embarrassing for whom? Okay. I really love these cards too. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. If you like this video, if you like the live, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put this in here. No wonder there was more space left. I was like, what gives? Why is there space left? Because the book needs to go in there. Okay. The singing bowl should be here next. And I got the full set, like all 7, so root through crown. Super excited about that. I also bought some other goodies that I was being guided to buy because I know that it's my life path and my soul mission. And if I didn't do it, that I try to not do it. I tried not to. And it didn't work out because I started to feel pain. And I'm like, okay, obviously I have to do it now. Now is the time. I want to ring the gong. Really nice. Really nice. Sorry, I was zoning out for a minute. All right, so guardians of the sacred gateways, I give thanks to you tonight. Guardians of the lower, middle, and upper realms, thank you, thank you, thank you. I release you in gratitude. Guardians of the north, thank you so much. Earth medicine, thank you. Grandfather medicine. Guardians of the west, water medicine, thank you so much. I am so grateful for that deck. Both of the decks, really. Guardians of the south, I give thanks. Guardians of the east. Breath of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I release you. We release you in gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you want me to, I can pull a card for you. I have no problem. We're going into an hour and 22 minutes. We're going into an hour and 22 minutes. The one deck that I do want to get into that I haven't gotten into yet is the Vedic astrology. This is really involved. Like, this is deeper than... I have to have my I have my mala. I have 2 malas. I need my mala. I need to read through this. There's the 5 elements. The hang on. Does it tell you? As BHUTAS, the elements. The doshas are the Ayurvedic body types. The gunas are the modes of nature. The 9 granas, the planets, and the 12 rasis, the signs of the zodiac. And then the 12 bhavas, the houses. Is both a logical and an intuitive arrangement. It's quite involved. Like, the sun is the core self, the ascendant is the physical body, and the moon is the mind and the emotions. So it's similar to Western astrology, to the tropical. It's very, very similar. It's not the same. It even has the periodic table of elements. The universal table of cosmic elements. Air, fire, water, earth, and space. The characteristics of the 5 elements. It's involved. So this is not like this cannot is not meant for general readings. This deck is meant for personalized readings. So, as beautiful as it is, I am so excited to delve into it. because you don't shuffle it. What you do is you take each section and then you shuffle. So the elements you shuffle, the body types you shuffle, and then you pull one. The modes of nature you shuffle. Yeah, that's rajas. The modes of nature you shuffle, and then you pull one. The planets you shuffle, and then you pick one, and so on and so on. So it's not like a typical tarot deck. It's an astrology deck. So it's, I can't remember if it was the last one there, but I know that they don't have them there anymore. And I'm really excited. So let me just show you a little bit. This is the houses. So it doesn't look like the pie in traditional tropical birth charts. This is Vedic sidereal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading for myself. Because it has meditation room, office. Recreation room, the living room, the body. Wealth. Disease, which is the gym. So it's energies, debts, service, thieves, sanitation, employees, weapons, injuries, pets. Like I said, it goes in, it goes deep. So it's not, this isn't like a general, this is really difficult to do a general reading with. That's why I haven't used it. Because there really is no way for you to be able to do a general reading. For me to be able to do a general reading with this, there's anyway. So there's that. A little bit of throat chakra. Stoof. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go take a break. Oh yeah, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to go live again. I will probably create an event for this, but I want to do some carving tonight. I want to, but at the same time, I don't. I feel like maybe it's forced, like I'm forcing it. With carving, I'll show you what I'm carving. I had to take off the paint because it was too busy. Come in. I was too busy. So my next step is to glue the gemstones. That's what I need to do. I need to go to Joann's, and I need to go get some more resin. That's why I haven't really done this. My next step is to glue some gemstones on the back of this and then set it in a resin pyramid. And then I need to paint that. And I know if you're like, what are you painting? I'm painting that. I'm painting the lines. And then I'm polishing it. And then I'm going on the back, and then I'm carving on the lines. I'm going to take off all that pencil and I'm going to trace it better. I have my my stencil. And then I'm going to carve some designated, I'm going to carve and then I'm going to place some specially chosen gemstones on the back. And glue it. Put it in, basically use resin to make sure that it stays. But I have to do the back of this one like this, where it's kind of carved out. This is my first one. This one broke. I wabi-sabi'd it, which means I glued it with resin and gold. And you can't even barely tell where it cracked. But I basically shaved off too much. And then I need to paint on the outside of this one with the gold paint. So, but I need more resin. That's why I haven't done it. So cancel that whole going live. I do want to paint though. But anyway, I need to get off of here. I will see you later. Bye.